Nigeria is a secular state and there is freedom of worship. You can be a member of whatever religion you like, whatever, religion you choose to be associated with, you're free to do so. Now imagine when two religions are clashing. Do you think it is right for another religion to step in, especially maybe when you have three major religions in that particular society? Well, just so you know, Nigeria is experiencing a very similar situation to that scenario I just tried to paint. And I'll be letting you know what exactly it is in just a bit. But in the meantime, you're welcome to Unplug. Thank you so much for joining. It is always a pleasure to have you on the show. And it's about time for us to get into all the updates and keep ourselves abreast of all the latest developments all across the world in news, politics, entertainment, sports, etc. Alright, and we'll be starting off with entertainment, where we've got BBNaija season 6 at the top of the news. Yes, last year we had BBNaija season 5. It was the lockdown edition of the show, and the organizers have come out to announce that auditions have begun for season 6, 2022. Oh, 2021, I beg your pardon. So we're expecting season 6 to kick off sometime later this year, and the auditions have already kicked off starting yesterday, and they will be running through till the end of this month. Now there's so many details as regards how you can be a part of these auditions, but I am not in the best place to let you know all these details. So just run along to BBNaija social media pages, their handles on Twitter, wherever it is, you will get all the information you need, just in case you have that dream of becoming a reality TV star. All right, this could be your chance. So run off or run along and go check out what season 6 auditions have in store for you. Okay. Moving on now, we still have the season 5 housemates all over the news, and there is something about Nengi. Yesterday, she tweeted something that was seemingly harmless, but to many people, it was like she was bragging, you understand. And they did not just keep quiet and be like, see this one, she's bragging. Now, what she tweeted was quite simple. You must have heard the phrase small but mighty, right? I'm sure you have. And Nengi just tweeted and said, I might be small, but I am mighty. And that was all she had to tweet to get dragged. Well, she bragged and she got dragged. I'm becoming very good with this rap or wordplay thing. Anyways, don't mind me. But that was what she tweeted, and people went under the comment section and were saying things like, what have you even achieved that is making you call yourself mighty? Look, you have not even gotten up to half of what some people have, and they're humble and this and that. Wow, she was really, really bashed. I cannot start talking about all the comments that she received, and I'm like, okay, maybe next time you just need to keep mute so that all these online people don't just drag you all over the place. But that was all Nengi had to do to get dragged. And talking another housemate, this time from a previous edition of the show, Frodd got into a bit of an issue on Instagram. Now, Frodd decided out of the good in his heart that he was going to just give a little something to 10 single mothers and just a little, cash to assist them with whatever it is they might need the cash for. So he headed to Instagram and announced it that he was giving out 5,000 naira to 10 single mothers. And he was sending the money to one of them, and according to him, he got distracted talking to someone else, and he accidentally added 10 to 5,000, and it became 50,000 when he was sending it to somebody, and then he did not realize until he got debited, and was like, oh wow, this last transaction, 50k instead of 5k. So what Frodd did was he reached out to the person who he sent 50k to accidentally and asked her to transfer 45,000 naira back to him. And that was all Frodd did wrong. Now, this lady just, with such a bloated sense of entitlement, attacked Frodd and was saying things like, "You're not even serious. Are you no more than 10,000 or 5,000? I know that you can do so much more than that." And adamantly refused to send the money back to Frodd. Now, it dragged on for a while, and even when Frodd exposed the conversations on Instagram, I was quite surprised, honestly, that he did not reveal the identity of this person. He did not actually tag this person so that the whole world will know this is who is trying to defraud Frodd. I said I was getting good at this wordplay thing, right? But don't mind me. He didn't tag the person, and I was like, why didn't you do that? Well, Frodd eventually said that he struck that person off the giveaway list and decided to give the money to somebody else. I'm like, why are human beings like this? Somebody decides to help you, something you did not ask for, but you just choose to treat the person like that. It's really, really sad and unfortunate. Don't be like that, please. Do not be like that. All right, well, now let's celebrate Emmanuella, the young comedian. Emmanuella has reached a very, very impressive milestone. She has garnered 5 million followers on Facebook. That is really, really impressive, and she took to the platform to, show her gratitude and thank everyone for the love and support so far. I mean, her career has spanned a number of years now, and the consistency is quite laudable. Really, really good to see that she's growing, and we hope that she continues to grow and become better and better at what she does. So congratulations once again to Emmanuella. And now let's talk what I said at the beginning. Two religions are, clashing for one reason or the other, and then another religion, completely different set of beliefs from the other two, steps in to have a say. Now, you remember that in Kwara State, there has been some kind of crisis as regards ladies, women, and school children particularly wearing hijabs, right? That is the headdress, hair covering that women wear, Muslim women wear. Now, it degenerated. It was, in my opinion, not supposed to, become a full-blown issue, but it degenerated into one, and we saw violent clashes between Christians and Muslims in Kwara State. Now, traditional worshippers have stepped in to have a say in the matter, and the head of Ifa priests has, sent a word out to the governor of Kwara State, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, and has said that, look, do not do anything that will continue to incite violence on religious basis in this state. And he also sent a word out to the Kwara State House of Assembly that they need to start working on the bill that will institutionalize hijabs in the states so that an end can come to all of this, violent conflict and religious crisis. I'm like, wow, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So that is what I was talking about. There you have it. But there's more. That's not all. Now, the National Identification Number, NIN, of course, we know has to be linked to all your mobile lines now. That has been on for a while this year, for months now. Well, the date has been extended yet again by another 2 months from now. All right, that was starting yesterday. It has been extended by another 2 months, so you have 2 more months to make sure you link your NIN to your SIMs, like to your mobile lines, whatever network you are using. You have to make sure you do it, right? So it just gives space for those who have not been able to run it for themselves. So go ahead and utilize this extension. Very, very important. Back to entertainment. Let's talk Mr. Eazi. You'd remember I said he took his girlfriend, Temi Otedola, to a private island to celebrate her 25th birthday. Well, just so you know, they're still there on that island, and he was, just basking in the euphoria of everything, and posted a picture of the island and his girlfriend, both of them on it. And people, as usual, in the comment section, and somebody asked, Mr. Eazi, now you still dey pay? And Mr. Eazi was not just going to let that slide. For whatever reason, probably didn't find it funny or anything, and he responded to that troll and was like, no, now your papa they pay. Okay. Next time maybe just learn to shush, if you don't really have something positive to say, just keep it quiet and let people live their lives, right? Well, Mr. Eazi is having fun there. I mean, you can check out his Insta story. There are so many highlights that you might be interested in, all right? Just in case you're thinking of shutting down a private island for you and your partner. Okay, moving on, let's talk Belinda Efa, and that is exactly what we're talking about, her name, because she has put it out there to the world that her name has been changed officially. Now, Belinda Efa is no longer Belinda Efa, but now Grace Caris Bassi, all right? And she said that now her names are officially changed, and henceforth she wants to be referred to thus, Grace Caris Bassi. So that is Belinda Efa's new name, but she's no longer Belinda Efa. Simple and short. Grace Caris Bassi. Okay? Moving on, something quite shocking happened yesterday. There was this Nigerian girl on American Idol, and she was performing with a partner. Now, you know how it is when you're done with your performance and you just stand there for the judges to say one or two things and perhaps rate your performance and all of that. Well, she was just standing there with her partner. Her name is Funke Lagoke, and just watch what happened in the video. She just fainted. She just collapsed, just like that. I mean, she was looking quite uneasy, hands were trembling, and she just hit the ground face first. It was quite scary, actually. Her partner was shocked, and everybody had to rush to her aid to see what was happening just before Lionel Richie gave his verdict on their performance. But hopefully she's fine. She's actually fine. She has responded. She posted something recently, and she said, "We are much greater than our fall." So look beyond her falling on the stage and look ahead to better things to come from Funke Lagoke. All right, now let's talk foreign news now, where North Korea quite obstinately has fired 2 ballistic missiles into the Sea of Japan. According to a particular treaty agreements in the United Nations, North Korea should not actually test any nuclear weapons because it is like prohibited. But Pyongyang, under the leadership of Kim Jong-un, of course, quite obstinately, like I said, has carried out this kind of testing, and is the first of its kind since Joe Biden became president of the United States. So we're waiting for a response from the White House, and Korea and Japan have already condemned this particular testing. It was absolutely unnecessary. So we're waiting for what other superpowers are going to say about this. But North Korea and stubbornness. Moving on now, as we wrap it up, let's talk sports, where it's the international break in football. We're not seeing any club action. We're seeing countries in action, and it is the World Cup qualifiers that are going on. We have seen a number of teams in action last night. Yesterday, France played out a 1-1 draw against Ukraine. They drew their first game of the qualifiers. Croatia lost their first game. Portugal were able to win by a very slim margin. Belgium and Wales also played. Wales lost the game. And we're seeing a number of superstars pull up to represent their countries. Yes, Nigeria is going to be in action. Before you ask me, Nigeria is going to be in action against Benin Republic. Now, after Benin Republic, we're going to be facing Lesotho. Those are the last of our World Cup qualifying games, and we need just a point from AFCON qualifying games, and we need just a point from both games to qualify. So you can back Nigeria to actually qualify before the last game, and hopefully they do not disappoint us. All right, so say prayer for the boys. That is all we have on Unplug for today. Thank you so much. My name remains Victor, and this remains every NG. Until next time, peace.